When I beat you on power rule, you going to bed, nigga. That's gonna teach you to respect real niggas.
Don't get tucked in, pussy.
Bitch, I got money now.
And I need everybody to go support my boy Chakra Doctor, the official sponsor of the channel. Go buy yourself some miracle food. Go head over to Chakra Doctor TV. Go subscribe. And if you need your vaccine exemption, head over to chakradoctor.org. Get your vaccine exemption. Try your FCA yoga. Plenty of stuff out there to offer to help you to get to all your holistic life living goals, to change your lifestyle up. But if you want more advice, you want just to keep getting that work, keep being educated, keep getting that knowledge, subscribe to Chakra Doctor TV and let them know the boy Dwayne McClain sent you. And if you want to get promotion on the channel, please email patrock1982@gmail.com. Again, it's patrock1982@gmail.com. That's for all promotion. It doesn't have to just be music. It can be a YouTube channel. It can be a product you're trying to sell, a website, anything. It can be even a local business. Please email patrock1982@gmail.com if you're interested in promotion.
The help of the devil's minions and things like that, the Catholic Church, you know, the Vatican, whatever, took out the Creator's name, of course, and took out the Creator's name and replaced the Creator's name with a title of God, and took out the Messiah's name and replaced that with the title of Jesus Christ. Now, Jesus Christ is just two gods mixed in together, which is
Because there's a bunch of devil worshippers in Hollywood. And there's a lot of black folks too. And they be throwing up them signs. You see them, this, that, all of them. Watch the rappers, watch them folks. It's scary. It's very scary. That devil is real.
Well, what is this?
Oh, the devil in this mess, yeah.
Because I closed this up. I thought this was rock on.
Be careful. No, the goat, be careful. They'll get you. Be careful.
Let me keep my hands down. And back, I was doing like this, like rock on. It's like, no.
No, watch them.
What's the deal? It's your boy Dwayne McClain at Dwayne McClain TV. Back again with another video. And today I'm bringing y'all the video. I was going to tell y'all I was going to bring the video about Aleister Crowley's influence on the entertainment industry. Now, if y'all know who Aleister Crowley is, I am not making this a whole history video for the topic. It is about his influence on the entertainment industry, but I will be giving you a brief synopsis. All right, basically, what's it called? Slip notes, a paraphrase, whatever, about his life. Just know this man was a heavy occultist, and guess what, y'all? We need content for the channel. So if y'all want an Aleister Crowley breakdown where we go through his whole life, I will provide that video for you. Just leave it in the comment section and let me know what other videos you want me to make. Now, Aleister Crowley was a big-time occultist, meaning he studied a bunch of magic, blood magic, sex magic. He was always trying to get in demons, summon demons and all types of stuff. He even summoned one that he said was Iwas. Like I said, y'all, I'm paraphrasing off the top. So Iwas, whatever it was, and he talked to him. He even wrote a whole book called the Book of the Law. He did a bunch of crazy rituals. He's the one who came out with the, you got to do this gay stuff, you know what I'm saying, to rank up. Gay sex magic is powerful. He even came up, remember I said y'all about the cake of the light where you get sperm, blood, and something else and put it in the cake and you eat it. So he does that with some of his rituals. And he tried to summon so many different demons. The dude, Ron L. Hubbard, who's over Scientology, who created Scientology, used to hang with Aleister Crowley. Aleister Crowley did a big time seance and try to summon a demon where Area 51 at, and they're saying, hey, theoretically this could have happened where Area 51 is really a cover-up for a big demon portal that Aleister Crowley opened up. But that right there is really, really reaching, you know what I'm saying? But who knows? I kind of believe that as well. But Aleister Crowley was once deemed the wickedest man on earth. He even signed his name Baphomet. Now, we will go over that in this video. We will go over a lot of things in this video about Aleister Crowley that's actually documented, but I had to give y'all that off the top so y'all can know what it is. He did a lot of Freemasonry. This dude was a Freemason. He was a part of a lot of other secret occults. Like I said, if y'all want that Aleister Crowley breakdown, we can do that. I still got to give y'all that official MK Ultra breakdown. You know what I'm saying? But here's some stuff where we can see where he's starting to resemble certain symbols that we have already seen other celebrities do. This is him doing the finger on the cheek. I still got to find this sign. So if anybody want to get a badge before me, your new badge for your Illuminati breakdown, your Illuminati man license, look up this sign and see if you can find what it means. Leave it in the comment section. I will say, hey, man, you got the juice. You know what I'm saying? I will say you are him. Even if you are the Hood Illuminati man now. You know what I'm saying? You got the juice. If you can find out what it is, what this means on the side of this, what that symbol means. Because I see a lot of celebrities post this symbol a lot. All right. And I noticed I always like to go to the source. If I see a Satanist do it, and I see these rappers do it, it helps me draw my line of what all these people are doing. And like I say, every video, there's one big gigantic satanic cult in Hollywood. Now, to some more, occultic symbolism associated with Aleister Crowley. There it is right there. You see the 666. You see where he signed his name Baphomet. You see where it says magic, Libre, a bunch of Latin stuff. Those symbols right there. All that stuff leads to Saturn. You know, like I said, we look at that little ball that's up under Saturn. Like I said, we're doing a whole Saturn breakdown coming out this week. You know what I'm saying? I just got to get to that. It's going to be a lot of Morgan Freeman going on in that video. But for this topic here, you do see that Aleister Crowley is heavily associated with the same stuff that these rappers, celebrities like to do, far as being associated with Baphomet, the demons, these deities. And there it goes right there again. He signed his name Baphomet. This right is actually in the book that he wrote called the Book of the Law. Now, I wouldn't suggest none of y'all to go read that book, you know what I'm saying? But it's up to you. It wouldn't hurt to read it, but make sure you're good mentally, because once you start getting into this world, all this stuff, if you're not there mentally, it will overcrowd your mind. What I mean is you'll start getting, you make the stuff become real. Like when I go to bed at night, I'm looking at pentagrams and Baphomet and everything else before I go to bed, go to sleep peacefully. I've been having these crazy dreams my whole life, so it don't bother me if I do have one. So just be prepared. So I read this shit, you know what I'm saying? I think I did an audio book of the Book of the Law. Nothing happened. I think I really didn't understand what's going on. I just want to see what's going on with the book. And, I was like, hey, this is a bunch of bullshit, man. I'm done wasting my time listening to some shit. What the fuck is this man talking about? But hey, to each his own. If you want to go listen to it, it's on YouTube somewhere. But like I said, make sure you're good mentally, man. This stuff can be, make sure you're good mentally learning about this information. But let's get back to the topic. Now, it says here, sexuality played an important role in Crowley's ideas about magic, his practice of it, and had been described as being central to Thelema. He outlined 3 forms of sex magic: the autoerotic, homosexual, and heterosexual, and all argued that such acts could be used to focus the magician's will onto a specific goal, such as financial gain or personal creative success. For Crowley, sex was treated as a sacrament, and the consumption of sexual fluids interpreted as a Eucharist. This was often manifested as the cake of light, what I talked about earlier, a biscuit containing either menstrual blood or a mixture of semen and vaginal fluids and Gnostic mass in the central religious ceremony within Thelema. Now, just a little bit more, information on Crowley just as a background before we start getting into your favorite part, the celebrity gossip. Let's go over a little bit more and more. All right, so say both during his life after it, Crowley has been widely described as a Satanist, usually by distractors. Crowley stated he did not consider himself a Satanist, nor did he worship Satan, as he did not accept the Christian worldview in which Satan was believed to exist. He nevertheless used satanic imagery, for instance, by describing himself as the beast and referring to the whore of Babylon in his work, while later in life he sent anti-Christmas cards to his friends. In his writings, Crowley occasionally identified Iwas as Satan and designated him as our, I don't know what the next part was. I think I deleted it, but I do have some of this information saved for my Aleister Crowley breakdown, all right? Now, let's go over one of his main influences on hip-hop that y'all don't think y'all would know. Now, I want y'all to give y'all a 5-second guess. What do y'all think Aleister Crowley's main influence is on hip-hop? We're going to be waiting. All right, if you ain't got it yet, it is homosexuality. All right, that's what his main influence is on hip hop right now. Homosexuality. Me reading this part right here for you. All right, right here. You can pause it and read it yourself if you want, but this part right here is going to really go over the reason why homosexuality is so powerful in this realm and why Aleister Crowley and the occult is so powerful. Okay, it says in Crowley revised system, however, the OTO's 9 degrees were expanded to 11. The 8th, 9th, and 11th of these focus on more explicitly transgressive sexual rites of autoerotic and homosexual intercourse. So they had 9 degrees at first, it expanded to 11, and when they got to the 11, the rest of them were all about homosexual intercourse and other stuff, okay? Crowley's 8th degree unveiled that masturbating on a sigil of a demon or meditating upon the image of a phallus, which is a dick, would bring power or communication with a divine being. Why do you gotta talk to these beings and do weird shit? Like, I don't want to speak to no guy. He like, you gotta beat your meat for me, man. That's weird, bro. Them dudes is weird. Anyways, the 9th degree has been labeled heterosexual intercourse, where the sexual secrets were sucked out of the vagina and when not consumed, put on a sigil to extract this or that demon to fulfill the pertinent wish. And the 11th degree, the most homosexual degree, one identifies oneself with an ejaculating penis. The blood or excrements from anal intercourse extract the spirits / demons while the sperm keeps them alive. That is weird. I don't want to go to speak to no demons or anything or any spirits I got to do that stuff with to talk to them. Imagine being like, hey, man, you want to speak to this person? Yeah, man. What I got to speak to him? I just got their number. Nah, bro, you gotta beat jack off for him, man. That's the only way they'll speak to you. Like, no, that's weird, man. You know what I'm saying? Why would they want to speak to any of these demons for that? You know what I mean? Now, he also has a very, very famous term called "do what thou wilt shall be the whole of the law." Is one of his famous terms, one of his famous quotes. This is one of his main ones here, "do what thou wilt." It's one of his books titled "Do What Thou Wilt." I think it's one of his autobiographies. Somebody wrote about him. I don't know. Anyways, here's Jay-Z rocking that quote that was made famous by Alestier Crowley. You see him doing that, "do what thou wilt." Now, Jay-Z, I don't know why I'm hesitating so long on his Illuminati breakdown. I really need to start on that. Now, Jay-Z is a big time satanic occultist in Hollywood hip hop. He's probably one of the big top handlers. That's why Jay-Z does the stuff he does. That's why you always see him rock. That's why you see him rocking his Alestier Crowley stuff. All right, and I always tell you, hey, these guys are doing this stuff behind the closed doors. What makes you think they're getting all this power? How are they able to be here and there and make all this money? And we're out here dying to make pennies. You know, they're doing something that we're not, you know, and Jay-Z is a big time occultist, you know, and now let's get on to his 444. Now, you remember Jay-Z had an album titled 444, but like I said, man, if you ain't the hood Illuminati, man, you want to peep game on this. You know what I'm saying? Y'all about to get a new license today, y'all. Y'all ready to level up? Let me know. Let me know if you're ready to get your experience points and all that, because when you've seen that 444 on the album, this number, all the angelic numbers have all been manipulated by them, and they use these angelic numbers because they all have powers in them. Numbers have power, you know what I'm saying? I don't know if y'all know that. But 444 was manipulated by Alestier Crowley because his whole entire term in Gematria, "do what thou wilt shall be the whole of the law," equals 444. So when y'all see these rappers and celebrities brandishing 444, they doing that right there for this quote here. They secretly saying, "do what thou wilt." And y'all don't want to go about this "do what thou wilt" mindset. That's what we already living in. We all living in the "do what thou wilt." Do whatever you want to do, however much you want to do it, with no limits, no restraints. That's really bad for the soul. It's really bad for the body. You got to have your self limits. That's one thing I'm learning. And as me getting older, I got to have limits, because I was always go hard to go home. So Alestier Crowley is, and what the rest of the world is pushing with Alestier Crowley's influence, is this "do what thou wilt," do whatever you want to do, however you want to do lifestyle. And you in life is not about that. Life is about giving yourself limits and learning. Now, this right here is a piece of an article that I found on Jay-Z actually doing 444 magic. And as you will really not notice it. I really appreciate this person putting this article together. Now, let's read this. I actually got the whole thing, but I'm not about to read the whole. I got to read a certain part. So it says, so we know that the 4/4 sequence is huge with Beyonce and Jay-Z, who recently released his album 444. Well, as it turns out, Beyonce is 444 months for this news. Hollywood equals 444. Masonic equals 444. Occult equals 444. Lucifer equals 444. Further, the day before the restraining order was filed was a gas span of 444 days after the release of 444. This 9/27 will be 14 months. 4 weeks later, making 10-0. October 1st, a span of 14 months and 14 weeks, 4 days later. Deep gematria stuff right there, man. I'm telling you, these celebrities do this stuff every day, y'all. They do this every day. Y'all need to watch Zach. But see, I ain't got time like that to be doing it like that. But Jay-Z does this 444 stuff where I see Alestier Crowley. I'm pretty sure Alestier Crowley's influence has a big influence on all that stuff. And I don't get it twisted. If Jay-Z didn't learn from Alestier Crowley, he'd learn it from somewhere else. This is everywhere. Now, moving on to the next person who is very, very infatuated with Alestier Crowley. I really need to do an independent video on this interview. Is Ab Soul. Ab Soul actually had an album titled "Do What Thou Wilt." And you see him right there. Ab Soul is covered in a bunch of occultic tattoos. He's really down with them boys. I should have been to the video of Ab Soul, but man, ain't nobody checking for no Ab Soul. I ain't about to waste my time doing no 3 hours for them. You know what I'm saying? But if y'all want it, leave it in the comment section. Anyways, here's the album for his "Do What Thou Wilt." You see right there on his forearm, he has the all-seeing eye out the gate, letting you know he's an occultist. And right there on his back, he has "Do What Thou Wilt." Y'all, he spoke so highly of Alestier Crowley, it made no sense. Now, there's a few people out there that speak highly on Alestier Crowley, and I don't know how, you know what I'm saying? Like, whatever he did to smear his name like that, people want to say it was the media messing his name up, man. You have some impact on how your name gets smeared in it. You got to just take the blame with it. But you know what I mean? But Ab-Soul bigged Aleister Crowley up like he was Barack Obama. And that don't even make sense in itself because Barack Obama is a cultist his damn self. So he was bigging up Aleister Crowley as if he was Dwayne McClain. And Aleister Crowley ain't nothing like me. You know what I'm saying? But there's more cover art for his album Do What Thou Wilt that show more occultic symbolism. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, the occult use these symbols, these sigils. All these are here just sigils and stuff. This is how they speak to these demons. This is how they speak to these other worlds. It's just another language how the universe talks. You know what I'm saying? Y'all, anybody can manipulate this stuff, but it's all about your intent. And let me tell y'all something. These people do not have the best intent for us. These are the wrong people to be doing this stuff. The wrong ones. All right? Now, like I said, here's some more cover art you see right there. I'm just showing y'all, let y'all know, hey, I'm not making this up. This man actually had an album titled Do What Thou Wilt. You know what I'm saying? There it goes. Do What Thou Wilt is the fourth studio album by Ab-Soul. Came out December 9th, 2016. They like this shit 369. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, Ab-Soul was another artist heavily influenced by Aleister Crowley. Like I said, Aleister Crowley has a huge influence over hip-hop just by his homosexuality rank. That's why all these dudes, these homosexual rituals to rank up. But here's the interview I was talking about, like where Ab-Soul bigs up Aleister Crowley. I got to do it independent on that. I'm trying to figure out ways not to around the copyright. I might just do that on Patreon, you know, just upload it somewhere else. But I really want to go to the interview because Ab-Soul really, like, I'm like, yo, this dude is really down them boys. Now, moving on to the next culprit of Aleister Crowley influence. When y'all see this logo, the lower level Hood Illuminati men, Hood Illuminati people with their license would be like, oh, it's the Alpha Moloch. That's lower level. You know what I'm saying? Once you get to like your next level, you will see the OVO is actually short or an abbreviation or an alias for the OTO, an order or a secret society that Aleister Crowley helped or was heavily influenced by, you know, or he was a part of. All right. Now it's called Ordo Temple Orientis. The OTO, okay, the Ordo Temple Orientis is an occult initiation organization founded at the beginning of the 20th century. The orders of the OTA can be tracked back to German-speaking occultists Karl Kellner, Helen Rich, Frank Salton, and Theodore Russ. All right, and Aleister Crowley was also a part of this group as well. So when y'all seen that OVO, when I seen that, I'm like, okay, that's the Al Moloch. You know, that's who they be worshiping and stuff. All right, cool. Could just be an Al, but that OVO could be that, but it's too much alignment. And then once I know about the OTO, all right. Now, I'm showing y'all this part. So you see at the bottom, it says, later the OTO was significantly shaped by the English author and occultist Aleister Crowley. So I had to show y'all this part to let y'all know that Aleister Crowley had some type of effect or influence with the OTO. They had influence with the secret society. All right. And this here's the logo for the OTO. As out the gate, you see the triangle with the all-seeing eye. You see the phoenix. You see the, you know what I'm saying? You see that little, like that Pope cross. I don't know what y'all want to call that, man. I don't even know all these names. But anyways, y'all see what I'm talking about. It's already down them boys, you know what I mean? Now, originally, the OTO, it was intended to be modeled after and associated with European Freemasonry, such as Masonic Templar organizations, but under the leadership of Aleister Crowley, OTO was reorganized around Aleister Crowley's thelema as a central religious principle. One of the major features and core teachings of the organization is the practice of sex magic. So if you see these rappers and celebrities and entertainers rocking this Aleister Crowley stuff, doing this Aleister Crowley stuff, and you wonder why these dudes are doing all this weird stuff, because they practice it. And what was his heavily teaches on? Sex magic. They be doing all that stuff. So when you see that OVO, just know Drake is a big time occultist. You see that OVO, you see the Al Moloch, the OVO, OTO. Drake be doing that magic, that sex magic with them boys. You know what I'm saying? That's why Drake be doing all that funny acting and stuff. That's why you see him right here doing what? The devil horns with the Baphomet stance, and that this picture was taken on purpose. There's so many celebrities taking pictures like this in the stance. I'm gonna ask all y'all this who wants to defend your celebrity. How many of y'all can point out 10 people taking a picture like this? How often? You know what I'm saying? Y'all be like, well, we don't take that many pictures, man. Our lives are on camera. Same stance as Baphomet. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no way around it, man. You know what I'm saying? He even got the arm bent. So we ain't doing a Drake breakdown right now. I just got to show y'all that, hey, Drake is part of them boys too. So it just don't end with hip hop. David Bowie was also heavily influenced by Aleister Crowley. Now, there was a few articles that I found. I'm not going to read the whole articles. I know I'll be getting drained out by all that reading. You know what I'm saying? I should be doing like one of them channels I show you. They just post the article and they make y'all read it and play some music behind it. You know what I mean? But yeah, we don't just go over that, but we just got to show y'all that, hey, it just didn't stop with hip hop. He had influence everywhere. Could have went deeper with it. You know what I mean? Like, this video could have went 4 hours, but this is one of the main ones I can find that had articles on. You know what I'm saying? I really had to do a lot of digging to get more artists. You know what I mean? But yeah, David Bowie was heavily influenced by Aleister Crowley. You know what I'm saying? This is what piece of the article it says. Turning Face of Strange Rachel Brett investigates Aleister Crowley's influence on Bowie and other modern artists in popular music. I don't know why I wanted to say modern music, but other modern artists in popular music. You know what I'm saying? So right there, Aleister Crowley's influence right there with this article helped strengthen my argument that, hey, there's a lot of devil worshippers in Hollywood. A lot of devil worshippers in Hollywood. And it says, upon a closer inspection, it's not shocking that Aleister Crowley's presence should be felt in the world of rock and roll. He is in fact featured on a record himself. See David Tibbitt's The Hastings Archive. He was self-identified Satanist who rejected democracy, a Nietzschean apostle who believed the individual could free themselves from the enslavement which capitalism brings. He feared mass culture would kill humanity's capacity for self-actualization. He strived for power, control, sex, drugs, and wealth. He wanted to be the leader that would set the kids free, and he wanted to be loved. This is all about Crowley. It's weirdness on the the world. All right, it says the occult and rock and roll have always been united in wanting to kick out the jams and a system that will no longer work for the new age. Only now that the future doesn't look like it did in the pictures. It's a dystopic false reality that we are trying to escape. Today, when no common ground can be found, the holders of truth can no longer be trusted. The internet has become the space where freedom and truth is sought instead. If we now accept post-truth, it's more than comprehensible that Bowie believed he could conjure a spell that will hold the masses encaptured for an age. All right, see that right there? I had to read all that so y'all can get that. They be doing spells in the music. David Bowie believed he can conjure a spell that will hold the masses in rapture for an age. I don't know if I read that right. But anyways, I had to put that part in there. I had to know that when these people are getting influenced by Aleister Crowley, putting spells on y'all. I've been said that they putting that stuff. They really be conjuring up stuff to do that. We done heard plenty of testimonies about that, on how they conjure up something, put a spell. That's why when we in like an environment where everything's perfectly mixed together, things can go off. You know what I'm saying? Why do you think you see so many rappers out now doing all this devil demonic stuff? Where y'all think they getting it from? Who y'all think bringing it there? Why y'all think Marilyn Manson is hanging out with every artist? You know what I'm saying? Y'all did my Marilyn Manson video dirty. I know I do. I put mad work on that video. You know what I'm saying? But see, YouTube don't allow the algorithm to push out white men. I noticed that anytime I put a white person, I barely do anything. They talk about niggas and niggas only. Dwayne McClain. So that's what they be saying. But look at all these rappers doing the same stuff. What was Aleister Crowley, a Satanist? Now, am I saying Aleister Crowley got an effect on these people? No. But there is an influence Aleister Crowley has in the hip-hop entertainment industry, or in just the entertainment industry, period. There's an influence. A lot of people look up to him. You see Tyler, the Creator, who's another known Satanist, with the Aleister Crowley shirt on. You know, I'm pretty sure he knew who that was when he put that shirt on. I wouldn't put that weird shirt on anyway. Even if I didn't know that one, there'd be no way I could see that shirt in the middle of the mall and be like, damn, that's fresh. I want to rock that. Unless I knew, hey, that's Aleister Crowley. I rock with Aleister Crowley. Let me put this on. Like, there's no way I'll rock that. No. Now, this Sierra, she had a video where she was draped and dripped down in Hermetic designer, where it said the Hermetic order, the Golden Dawn. She let y'all know what she do. She practiced that sex magic too. You know what I'm saying? She let y'all know, hey, I can sit in the tub and, you know, everybody can bukkake and all that stuff. You know what I'm saying? Hermetic order of the Golden Dawn. What I just tell y'all about earlier. Why Sierra got on the back of her jacket in the middle of a performance? Y'all think she didn't know what that meant? You know what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure when you on the contract and you say your soul become a slave, you got to put on whatever they tell you to put on. You know what I mean? And it looked like she wore it twice for a concert and for the actual video. But I'm pretty sure artists got some type of say-so what they wear. If y'all don't have no say-so what y'all wear at y'all video shoots, that's even worse. You really ain't got no soul, because you got to do whatever these people say. But that's really how it goes, man. But yeah, it doesn't stop there. Aleister Crowley also had some type of appearance on the front of a Beatles album that came out in the 70s. Now, I don't know if y'all can see him, but if y'all look at the very top left corner, you see a bald head dude that look like Uncle Fester. That is actually Aleister Crowley. Why is he on the front of the Beatles album? You know, the Beatles seem like they had, like I said, they were influenced by him. Y'all, this man was famous, man. This man was famous, going around doing all types of wild stuff. And it just doesn't, and they still do it today. They're just disguised as normal people today. That's it. They still got guys going around today doing all the same stuff. Their stories are just not talked about. See, Alestier Crowley was open with it. The day these people learn, hey, we can't be open with it. We're on to a new society, but we still gonna do this stuff and we're gonna hold it in secrecy. But you see, it's the same exact. If you look at all these different rappers' videos, you see it's the same exact stuff. I'm showing y'all all these images now. Let's show y'all, hey, there's a heavily satanic influence on the hip hop industry. And we got to start doing something about it. We got to let people know, hey, man, that devil worshiping shit ain't cool, man. You know what I'm saying? At least be open about the shit. That's what you're going to do. At least let the world know, hey, this is what I do. This is what it is. And try to get people to understand it from it. But that shit just look creepy, man. I'm sorry. Satanism could be either the most positive, constructive religion in the world. I'm saying hypothetically speaking. But with the same appearance, that shit just don't look right. That gold, that red, that flame, people all doing some weird shit. Y'all go read about the satanic stories in the 60s and the 70s and the 80s. Man, it's always somebody getting sacrificed, kids getting chopped up and stuff. This stuff ain't cool, man. Y'all niggas need to go ahead with that stuff. Satanism, practicing that shit ain't cool. You know what I mean? Like, hey, we letting these other religions out here do, because it look different. Like, either Catholic is like the most creepiest religion I've seen, but that shit still ain't no Satanism. Every time I go to like a Catholic church and see that shit, I'm like, that shit creepy. But it's not as weird and weird looking as that. That devil worshiping shit ain't cool, man. We need to cancel that shit. That shit should not be in hip hop the way it is. We really got to police up our community, man. Now y'all got our young boys out here doing this wild shit. Y'all about to be going to the room, selling y'all soul to the devil because y'all seeing y'all favorite rapper do it, and y'all want to get rich now. That's why Jay-Z did it, man. And yeah, I'm ranting on the video over. I ain't talking about Alestier Crowley no more. Just a rant. I'm about to end the video, so y'all want to say Dwayne getting off topic. Cool. I'm not getting off topic because I'm done with my topic. But I'm going to say this last thing and I'm done. That's the reason why Jay-Z came out with the heavy Illuminati stuff, is to recruit y'all. Y'all understand, the more and more we see it, the more and more acceptable it is, the more and more they can recruit. Because I remember it being out in the streets, hearing people say, oh, I fought with the Illuminati. I'm like, what? This is in the hood. Niggas is drug addicts saying, I only fought the Illuminati. If I see that, I'm like, yo, what, nigga? It's here, but it's the influence. But it is what it is. Whoever y'all want me to break down next, please leave it in the comment section. Please let me know who else y'all want me to speak on. It's the boy Dwayne McClain at Dwayne McClain TV. Y'all be blessed. Y'all be safe. I'm out.
You gay. Call nigga Mully, yo bud. You be mixing up the white with the soda. For me, nigga, know that it's over. Chasing paper like I gotta meet a quota. Stop lying, nigga. You not whipping rovers. What you talking, nigga? Nah, it's not making sense. Call nigga Mully, yo bud. Call nigga Mully, yo bud. Call nigga Mully, yo bud. What you talking, nigga? Nah, it's not making sense. Call nigga Mully, yo bud. Call nigga Mully, yo bud. Call nigga Mully, yo bud. What you talking, nigga? Nah, it's not making sense. Call nigga Mully, yo bud.